Hey guys, and welcome back to the fourth episode in my Building Brighton series, and we are back to form. Well, I say form, we've won 2 games and one in the FFA Cup. It's not bad, so we'll take it, definitely. Since we left off, we've lost to Chelsea and beaten Southampton and Sheffield United, only to lose to West Ham just before this game, in a really disappointing match where we didn't get any sort of chances created, but we'll push on, and we're going to go straight into the FA Cup fourth round against Stevenage, which we have gotten a really lucky draw. But as you guys can see, it's January, and we've done some business. I'll show you what we've done. So, from here down is the business we've done. We've bought in Cataldi, we'll go with. And he's done pretty well for us playing in that central defensive midfield role. I felt like we needed a better player in that position, and he's come in and done a pretty good job for us so far. No incredible performances, but he's certainly not a bad signing by any stretch of the imagination. Also brought in Gerby, who's a 2-star and potential to be 4.5-star from Juventus, and he only came in for 200k, and I just think he's a good player for the future. Then we got Ryerson. He's coming from the Bundesliga, and he's going to cover a lot of bases for us, but he hasn't actually made his debut yet, and I'm looking to do that this game. Then we've got Barlow Torre, who you guys might know a bit about. He's a pretty good pickup, and we got him for only 2.5 million, and he's going to slot straight into that substitute spot, and he'll be a great backup for Bernardo with 3 stars and 3.5 stars. And then probably the bargain of the window so far, Promel, has come in with 3-star and 3.5-star potential. Another bit of cover for that CDM position, and he was only 190k, an absolute bargain. His contract was running out, and we took full advantage of that. We've also gone rid of Shaletto, Button, Bong, and Webster on loan, and that's given us a tidy bit of money that we can work with. We're also looking to get rid of Stevens and Jay, just because they're not very good for us right now, and they'll give us a lot of money as well. And then we have also signed 2 players who will come to us in the future. Moroni, who has come in on pre-contract expiry, and he looks like a solid player, good well-rounded stats, and he's definitely one to look out in the future. And Mayoral, I would love to have him in our team right now. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star, and we managed to pick him up for just 9 million, I believe, and he's going to be amazing for us next season, but we are going to have to wait for that loan to expire. But for now, we do have to focus on this FA Cup fixture. Sorry, I'm used to the A-League. I think I said FFA Cup before as well. This is the side we're going to bring out. Debuts for Promel, and Torre has had a substitute appearance, but his first starting debut today, and Ryerson is making his debut for the club as well. Also having Cataldi on the bench just in case he comes on and makes a bit of a video appearance. But we're going to jump straight into the match, and hopefully we can come away with a big result against a great side that is all the way down in the League 2, so surely we can get the win.
This should be a really easy win for us, based off the form that we've had right now, and the fact that Stevenage are really not much of a threat to us. We shouldn't have any issues here. As you can see, Everton and West Ham and Southampton and Leicester already scoring goals in their match, so maybe that's something to keep an eye on, just to see who we're going to face in the next round if we do go through. I think I'm already getting a bit ahead of myself, expecting that we've won the game before we've even started it. And Promel's already at 7.0 rating. That's certainly what we like to see from a man on his debut, only for 190k, I believe it was. Absolute bargain, 3-star rating. He's already gone up to about 2 million worth. So if I sold him today, I'd be able to get more than 10 times what I bought from him. So definitely a bargain in my books. But we are coming up straight away in the game, as we would expect to be dominating possession, playing good balls, and Trossard puts a wonder ball in for March, and he heads it into the back of the net. That's an easy goal to start the match, and we're 1-0 up. March has been really good for us this season. A player we're actually looking to get rid of potentially at the start, and he's really proven to me that he deserves to be here. With a 3.5-star, which has actually gone down to 3-star ability, and 4-star potential ability, you've really got to respect the man, playing quite well in the league, and he's certainly going to be a bit of a key man for us if he keeps playing the way that he has recently. Trossard's just come back in from injury after he's been injured all over again, and hopefully he can make himself a bit of a regular in a formation that we're playing these days that is more suited to his sort of playing style. We play with the 4-3-3 now instead of the 4-4-2, and I'm sure you'll all be rejoicing over the fact that I've finally let the 4-4-2 go. And this seems to work. I mean, we've gotten some wins out of it, a couple of competitive matches against some better sides as well. So I really can't complain with how the boys are playing right now. And we are up in 15th place in the league, I think. But we do need to focus on this match. I am rambling on quite a bit right now. And I think it is time for a change. Although we are a goal up, we want it to stay that way. And a good way to keep it that way would be if we scored another goal. So I'm going to bring on Andone, who is in really good form right now. Scored a couple in his last few matches. And he's proving that me recalling him from loan was certainly a good idea, especially considering Mope has been so disappointing for us in his first season at the club, unlike in real life, where he's actually doing quite well, to be honest. But we can't replicate that kind of form in this game. But luckily we do have backup options. Lauren has not been great either since the guys left. I don't think I've played him in a single game. He's just not fitting into the system, and he doesn't play how I want him to. He's probably not going to get signed, although if we did sign him, we would be able to sell him for profit in about a year's time. So it is something to consider, but I don't see it happening, just for realistic reasons. I don't need to sign him, so I probably won't. As we have another chance, Matt Ryan has had a bit of time on the side with Pacheco out, but I think his time's going to run out just after this match when we go back into the league. And they're playing a bit of kickball around the back. It's a good build-up play as long as we keep a hold of it and it actually turns into a chance. Aaron Moy looks to kick it long to the goal scorer, March, who's running out wide, and he puts a good ball in, and Andone hits it on the first time volley, goes top corner, and that is probably going to be the game. What a tactical change by me, bringing on Andone. That's exactly why I brought him on. Hope that he could score a goal and solidify our place in the next round, and he's done just that. I think I may make my last two changes right here, right now. Bring Gyro on, and I'll give Ben White a game instead of Dunk. And Ben White's been really good for us. He's come in since the last episode, and I don't think he's not started a single game during January. So he's been playing really well for us recently, and I'm pretty happy with how the defence is doing as a whole. So I'm not looking to mess it up by bringing Duffy back in, although if we need to, Duffy is certainly going to be the man I'll look to. And that's the end of the game. 2-0 win for us, and I'm very happy with the performance from the boys. And we'll simulate on to the next day and just take a look. And we do have the FA Cup. Need to stop thinking about the A-League. FA Cup 5th round draw in a few days, and I'll meet you guys back when that is happening. But I thought that I'd quickly show you who I'm actually looking at getting, because we still have a bit of money with some more coming in if those sales actually go through. Danny Olmo is certainly a player that I'm interested in. You guys all know who he is. Current ability of 4 stars and a potential ability of 5 stars. He's an absolute wonder kid in this game, and there's no reason why we shouldn't pick him up, but I don't know if we'll have the funds to quite do it. Emery is also a great player that I'm taking a look at. He's got probably about the same sort of stats as Danny Olmo, but maybe not the same sort of potential. And he plays a slightly different role. But the issue is I don't know if I really need another midfielder, because it's kind of what I've been signing already. Also, Lafont is a player that I want to sign as soon as I can, but right now it's not letting me put any offers in on him because of his loan spell. But that's basically what my thinking is going into the last few days of the transfer window, that I'll simulate until that FA Cup. I need to stop saying FFA Cup. 5th round draw, and we'll see who we get.
Sorry about that poor audio in the last clip, guys. I realised that I hadn't plugged in my microphone, so it was actually filming through my laptop speaker, which is not high quality. But we're going to move on and go straight into the draw for the FA Cup fifth round. A couple of teams in here that look pretty weak and would go for, and we're just going to wait for us to pop up and see if we get an easy one or a difficult one. Man City we would not want, Manchester United we would not want, and it looks like we're going to get Bristol City or Wolves at home, which is actually a pretty good draw. 5th round is exactly where the board wanted us to finish, so we've already done that, so anything above here is a bonus. So pretty happy with that draw. We're going to simulate all the way to the deadline day, and I'll tell you guys if anything else happens until that time. Right now, I can tell you that Jay rejected an offer from West Brom because I imagine they weren't willing to pay anything near 50k a week, but he does have some interest from Stoke, so there's still hope to get rid of him. Also, Stevens has gotten another offer in from West Brom, which was a little bit more expensive, so hopefully he chooses West Brom over that French side. But we're going to simulate, and I'll let you guys know if anything happens. If you got a score for deadline day, I'm not going to lie, I think I would have gotten an A+. The players we've brought in is Kierer from PSG for only $4 million. He was transfer listed. They recently bought him for $32.5 million. And look at those stats: 4-star current ability, 4.5 potential ability. He's going to be our centre back for years and years to come. We are paying him a lot of money, but I'm very happy with that signing. And we've gotten rid of Stevens for 6.5, which is not a bad bit of business. He's not really playing for us. Ben White had to go out on loan because we weren't really using them now that we've got Kira, and Izquierdo has gone out for 8.5, which I think is an absolute steal for the amount of money we sold him for as to what he's actually worth. So I'm very happy with how much we got for him. My under-23s manager sold this goalkeeper and we got rid of Steele. 2 really good sales. Lemos has moved from loan from Wolfsburg to AEK, and that's mainly because they're paying all of his salary and they'll actually give him quite a bit of game time, as well as Jay going out on loan to Birmingham just to get a bit of the wage paid for him because he's got such a big one and we're not planning on using him. This is the squad that we're going to go into this game against Crystal Palace with. It's a very similar squad to what we've been using before, with Kier coming in for his debut. We're going to give Ryerson a bit of a time starting at right back, as I don't feel like Montoya is quite the right player for us right now, and Ryerson is a bit more comfortable with that position. But we're going to jump straight into the game, and hopefully this new look side can win their first match. Crystal Palace lining up with 5 at the back is maybe a sign that this is going to be a team that is going to be hard to break down defensively. But straight off the bat, we do have a chance, so we'll be able to see that defence in action and be able to witness whether or not we can break it down. And they are on the attack, and they did do a good job of breaking us down straight off the bat, so maybe it is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. And as the game ticks on, we are dominating possession, but they have a lot of potential to break at us from counter-attacks, and I think we're going a man down here. Yes, Lewis Dunk gets a red card, and I think that's going to mean that we have to make a change. I'm going to bring Cataldi off for Duffy, coming straight back onto the pitch after he's been taken off for Kier, and that's going to be the partnership in defence for this match. Now I'm a little bit concerned that we're going to lose the possession, and I'm a bit concerned that midfield is not going to be able to dominate possession as much as it has been. Straight away, Crystal Palace are looking threatening through Zaha, and playing it out wide to Van Aerthold. They're going to put a ball in, surely. Makes its way to Townsend, and it's 1-0. And I think that this red card's going to kill us in this match. I can't see us really dominating the possession anymore, and yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do what we normally can against teams like Crystal Palace in this match with a man down. But we'll keep trying, and we'll try and work out a way to break down this side. But we have no shots right now, and it might be a case of having to switch to a more work the ball into the box kind of way of playing, because right now we are trying to hit early balls, and that's how I normally play, as we have a big glitch there. But luckily, Townsend's shot does go miles wide. Still no shots for us, despite dominating possession, even with that man down. It's a bit concerning, and I think we're going to have to look at changing it up at half-time if it stays this way. But we might have a chance here, as Gyro has the ball, and he's going to look long for March, who should be looking for an inside player, but he just loses the ball before he can find anyone. Zaha's barreling down the field, and we get it back, but just carelessly kick it back to Rideworld, and we're not being, although we have a lot of possession, we're not being conservative with the ball. We just seem to be hoofing it downfield, and that's not the way I want to be playing. Van Arnhold put the ball in for IU, and it's 2 goals down now, and it's a big mountain to climb over with this many players on the pitch, only 10, and that's Van Arnhold's second assist of the match. A man that we probably should be keeping more of an eye on than we are. I think we're trying to show him on his weaker side, but this is not the way I wanted the first half to go, and I'm very disappointed from the performance from the boys. We do get a shot in there in the last few minutes, but we are going to have to change up the tactic now, because this is not going to work with a man down. Alright, what to do? I think I'm going to bring Mope on for Gyro, bring Mope and Andone into a bit of a double attack, and maybe bring March into central midfield, because I know he can do that job. Box to box is fine for him, and play Gross as an attacking, an advanced playmaker, I think, is probably the right option to go with in this match, and we'll have to see if that makes any sort of impact to the way that we play. Actually, the tactics probably shouldn't be on that right now. Maybe work the ball into the box, we work a bit better. We'll see if that goes well. With no real wingers, there's no point of hitting early balls into the centre, because no one's going to be hitting the balls from the wing, so we'll see if this changes the game at all. With 10 minutes to go, this has been one of the blandest second halves of football I've ever seen, but Crystal Palace are knocking on the door again, playing it around like a team that actually know what they're doing, a team with an extra player on the field, which they do have, and they knock in one more goal just to seal the deal. We can't do anything in this match. It's not going to do anything if we make any tactical changes. One shot is so disappointing from the boys. Mope does pick it up here, however, plays it back to Bernardo. Maybe we can just get a consolation goal in there if Proper creates a good chance here. Playing it out to Bernardo. This could be a great opportunity, and Done hits it, and we do have a goal back. That's exactly what we want, just to show that we still have a bit of fight in us. Good hit from Andone, and it adds to his goals for the season, which is what we want to see. He's been playing very well, but I don't think it's going to do anything to the scoreline. As Crystal Palace straight away come back at us, we've had no chances for about 40 minutes, and now we have so many in this last 10 minutes. Townsend playing it up, Moy with a good tackle, but Van Arnhold, the target man, is playing it back into the box, but we tackle him for the first time in the game. Mope is one-on-one with the goalkeeper and goes straight at him, and we want a bit better from our striker, who's meant to be here for a couple of years, but right now I'm not being convinced that he's going to ever turn into that 4-star player like Andone is. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him and hope that he progresses. But that is the end of the game. A very, very disappointing result. And at the end of the day, it's the red card that did it to us. I can't say that any of the boys performed terribly. It was just difficult as soon as we went one man down. And it's just the way it goes in Football Manager sometimes. Hey, we're going to finish this episode off by checking out where we are in the table after that disappointing defeat. And we are 16th if we go all the way down to us. Burnley and Sheffield both have a game in hand on us, and both could go over top of us, although it would be unlikely with Sheffield's current goal difference. But that is where we're going to end the episode, checking out if Mope is in that top goal scorer category. He is not, with 10 being the cutoff, and he's only got 8, I think it was. Yeah, but he's doing pretty well for us, and I'm happy with his performance this season. But thank you guys so much for watching in this episode. I'm sorry they couldn't have gotten better results in the league. Obviously, we're going to win that game against Stevenage, and I think that FA Cup round has still not been played, so you have to find out in the next episode who we're versing in that match. I think I might play it off camera because it's not that important, and if we win, then we'll start actually getting involved in the FA Cup. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.